So, coach, I'm having problems in my relationship. What do these men want?
Well, they want many things, but fortunate for you, I took the liberty to put it in a new video series. You can catch it on my YouTube channel every Tuesday and Thursdays. And don't forget to comment, like, or subscribe.
All right, coach, let me do that now.
Love, you move too fast for me.
Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Koron Pierre, and if you don't know me, I'm a life coach and your relationship guy. Hopefully we could work together in the future. So let's talk about it. So today's topic, another addition to the 100 video series titled What a Man Wants. And this is the 5th video. And this video is titled, A Man Wants to Use His Own Money, especially when he has it. So let's talk about this. Let's get into it, right? Now, I want to start this off by talking about a survey that was posted on SurveyMonkey. It's actually a collaboration between SurveyMonkey and Money.com. The SurveyMonkey Money online survey was conducted between January 22nd and January 26th back in 2017 among a national sample of 4,447 adults ages 18 and up. Respondents for this survey were selected from the nearly 3 million people who take surveys on the SurveyMonkey platform each day. Data have been weighted for age, race, sex, education, and geography using the Census Bureau's American Community Survey to reflect the demographic composition of the United States. So yeah, one of the things I do like is that there's a methodology to this. Sometimes when you're doing these surveys, online research, they don't really take the steps to make it represent the whole entire population. So they actually took some steps to help get this to represent an accurate number that could represent the population, right? So 78 of the participants said that a man should pay for the first date. Now, 85% of that 78% were men, and they said that a man should pay for the first date. On the contrary, only 72% of women said that a man should always pay for the first date. Now, 72% is way below the average, right? Now, this survey shows that men from the outset of the relationship typically want to use their own money. So why not allow him to use his own money? Now, I do understand there are different factors in different relationships, right? And let me just give this quick little caveat, and I will probably go more into it towards the end of the video when we're talking about what a man wants during these 100 video series. We're talking about the right guy, the right man for you. And I will do a little disclaimer at the end of the video like I do in all the videos so you can be clear as to what we're talking about when we talk about what a man wants. The reason why men want to use their own money, it has to do with their natural desire to fulfill societal roles, right? We live in a social climate, right, where we have gender roles especially, right, when it comes to relationships. So men are typically deemed to be protectors and providers. It's just a fact. It's a fact of how we set up our society, and it goes back a long time when you go back into ancient Homo sapiens, and the man always finds himself in these roles. So when they use their own money, it gives them an outlet to provide. That is crucial because it activates that innate desire. So allow him to use his own money. We're going to talk about that because we have to understand that there are different dynamics in relationships, right? You have those relationships where you have one person who's rich. It could be a man or it could be a woman, right? But that's the minority of relationships. Most relationships do not have wealthy people in them, right? So however, if it is a rich woman in the relationship and her man makes less money, If a man wants to use his own money in that regard, allow him to use his own money. It'll work wonders because he wants to be that support, provider, and the protector. So allow him to do it. The other dynamic would be the common working class to middle class dynamic where couples split bills. That's where the majority of people fit into, right? Especially in America. Now, you're going to have a multitude of scenarios here because in some cases, you might have a man who makes more money than a woman does, but they're not rich, but the man makes more money. So he can naturally carry the brunt of the bills. He might even pay most of the bills, right? But then you also have those scenarios where a woman makes more money and the feeling is mutual in those cases, right? Now, in the scenario where the woman makes more money than the man, when a man decides, hey, I got this bill, it may be something that he typically can't afford, and you might be thinking like, are you sure? Listen, if he says he has it, let him have it. We always want to allow a man to be a man. And by allowing him to pay the bills, it will activate that gene that we talked about, right? So always allow him to use his money. Now, there are some things that I would like to take note of. And typically, if you're with the right guy, you probably won't notice these things. So you know what? Before I even get into the things that you need to take note of, let's talk about the right guy. So ladies, when we talk about the right man, right? The man who we're saying in this video series, we're identifying the things that he wants, right? We're talking about your husband, your boyfriend, someone who's committed to you, who's going to love you and cherish you. We're not talking about the wrong guy, which could be the guy who having an affair on his wife and you're seeing, or the guy that you like on the job but you don't know too well, right? This is a guy that you have something actually going on with. So when I talk about what a man wants, I'm not just talking about any old man. I'm talking about that right man, the right guy for you. So some things we want to take note of because you may not be with the right guy. Just because you're in a relationship with someone doesn't make that guy the right guy, especially if he's not doing the things that the right guy typically does. And that can vary from relationship to relationship. But I do have a free checklist on KoronPierre.com. Go check it out. It'll help you identify characteristics that typically the right guy has, right? Go to KoronPierre.com. It's free to download. Now, here's some things to take note of. And more than likely, it'll be the wrong guy, right? That'll be doing these things. So be cautious and be wary of allowing a man to use his own money when he wants to take advantage of the situation, right? If you're using money as a tool to take advantage, then that can be a sign of some severe toxicity in the relationship. Now, another thing to take note of is he using the money to coerce you into forgiveness while not actually being truly, right, apologetic for what he has done? That is a severe red flag. So you don't want to allow him to use that to take advantage of that situation as well. Now, the last thing that I want to say before we wrap up this video is be wary of a man using his money as a tool to repent for a repeat offense. So he constantly does the same bad things over and over. And the best example for this would be cheating. If he is a notorious repeat offender and he's constantly doing, you keep catching him all the time with women coming in and out, that is what I'm talking about. So you don't want to allow a man to use these things as tools to get over on you, okay? So I think that's it, right? So ladies, you know, when you're with the right guy, he wants to use his money. There's varying degrees of money, and I understand finances is a trouble at times in relationships because that's technically the number one reasons why couples divorce. Like if you go to any law firm, they'll tell you that, right? Because they see a lot of people who get divorced and the reason is money. So money can be a very, very sore spot. And I can understand, especially for independent women, my independent ladies out there, you are uncomfortable with a man using his money. But I'm telling you that if you got that right guy and he wants to use his money, right? Now, if you ask him for money and maybe he don't have it, that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you dealing with that right guy and he has the means to take care of the situation. Allow him to take care of it. You know, let go of that reluctance, okay? So that's all, ladies. Until next time, stay blessed.
Take me in your arms, do just what you want. You're the one I trust. I belong to you, and I'll always be around when I need some loving, baby. And I never let you down, let you down, let you down. I'm your song, and you're playing all my melodies. There's no one else, 'cause baby, we got chemistry. You give me feelings that I never knew. This heart of mine will always and forever belong to you. You and me were meant to be as one. The universe has known it all along. Maybe this is where our story starts.